Hello, what's good, my fellow YouTubers? This is your man, this is LaFlair TV. And today's subject, we're going to be talking about males that profess to be men. Now, I bring that up because I used to be one of those. And the example of that is like, what results are you producing in your life for you to be a man? Yeah, you can have money, you can have jobs, you can have this career, but are you emotionally sound? Are you mentally correct? Are you standing for principles? Are you standing for integrity? In this society, the spirit of effeminization has got upon the black man and man in general, because the feminine spirit as well as the masculine spirit are two entities that when they come together, they coincide with each other. Now, as far as a person being gay or anything like that, in my personal opinion, either they was a woman in their previous lifetime, so then that brings up a question of God being perfect, or they're just too much into their effeminate spirit or masculine for lesbians through either some type of trauma or through media influence or things of that nature. But one thing I learned on my journey and my path to from a male to being a man is patience. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we're not patient with the change of life. Like those flowers out here, these trees, they just don't grow in one day, but you got to want to grow. It took me reading books. It took a tragic situation. I got shot last year, as you can see, in a drive-by. I was in a coma for a week, stayed in the hospital for about a month. I just had a surgery to take my shit bag off in April 26th. I've had 9 surgeries since September. And one thing that I understood was, after all this is being said, this is part of my process, my maturation, because during that time, I didn't waste the time. If I wanted to know something about myself mentally, I started reading books like The Kabillion, As a Man Thinketh by A.A. Allen. I even read about how to talk to females. One of the best books to me, in my opinion, is How to Be the 3% Man by Corey Wayne. Shout outs to Corey Wayne. And I started to implement these things that I was reading, and it started breaking down my ego. I started really seeing what it really takes to be a man, which is staying centered, staying balanced, knowing what he wants, going for his purpose. Now, as that relates to a relationship, now this is for the ladies. A man you only produce what a man introduced. Come on now, church face. Now, with that being said, anything that goes wrong in that relationship, it's the man's fault. Because you know why? He sets the tone. He sets the pace. Just like if you watch NASCAR, they got a car called the pace car. It sets the pace for the race. If he already knew that you was ratchet, if he already knew that you had a lot of psychological problems, he wouldn't even try to plant that seed of you being together in the first place. Now, with that being said, once you're together and everything, when he's a man, it's certain things that he's not going to do. He's not going to allow you to do, because a lot of times you just don't know any better. And hell, he doesn't even know any better. So with that, me saying that is, every man is like, oh, she did this to me, she won't listen. What are you showing her? You got to give her a reason. Just like my man Simple the P said, you got to give her a reason to respect you. You got to give her a reason to follow you. Because if you living like a hypocrite, she's going to give you pushback. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to subjugate the woman, but the feminine spirit is meant to receive. It's meant to, what's the word I'm looking for? It is meant to show wisdom in times of turmoil, because the feminine spirit is a beautiful spirit if you really know what it is and know how to apply it correctly without being effeminate yourself. But if you're in the relationship and things are not going well, it's the man that's introducing it. Just like on the movie Malcolm X, when he came home, him and his wife were arguing, and he didn't matter what was going on outside the house. He said, "In my house, I want peace." And now that I didn't realize it then, but I realize it now. The man sets the tone. So take your hands off of her. Stop cussing her out. Because what are you showing? You're not giving her a reason. Because you're only a male professing. You're only a male professing to be a man. I'm just looking at the beauty of Florida right now. It's pretty dope. So, like I said, I'm still learning myself. And I still got some ways to go. But man, we got to start taking care of ourselves. We got to start eating right and getting to why we do these things, and stop looking through your lens and look through the lens of truth. Use the spirit of wisdom to get yourself in order, and everything else will be in order. Just like in the Bible, it says, I prepares a table in front of my enemies. Church face. Come on now. But I recommend some of my brothers to read, like I said, As a Man Thinketh, the Keys to Success by Charles Hannell, or anything dealing with the mind, because everything starts with the mind. The universe was created from the mind because everything is a mind. You're a reflection of me and I'm a reflection of you. So with that being said, live life to the fullest or don't live at all. Love, peace.